तख्तियाँ, नारे, ये हमारी संसदीय परंपराओं के अनुरूप नहीं है। आप अपनी अपनी सीटों पर जाकर अपनी अपनी बात कहें। मैं बीएससी के अंदर भी और सर्वदलीय बैठक में भी इस अपेक्षा के साथ सहयोग के लिए सबसे अपेक्षा करता हूँ।
लोकतंत्र को कितना शर्मसार करने का काम किया जा रहा है। देश की जनता ने जिन्हें सांसद बनाकर भेजा है अपने मुद्दे उठाने के लिए, वो चर्चा में भाग ना लेकर चीर फाड़ करने तक आए हैं, फाइलें फेंकने तक आए हैं।
The house wasn't running. It was already adjourned. I did stand on the table and I did throw the rule book there because I felt the deputy chairman or these presiding officers should be prepared. They should read these books before they come into the house because they are not acting as neutral umpires. They are becoming a rubber stamp of the center.
Hello everyone, you're watching News Epicenter with me, Maria Shakil. There was pandemonium in Parliament on Tuesday when the opposition crossed the line in its offensive against the centre. Opposition leaders protested in the upper house with Congress MP Pratap Bajwa climbing onto a table and then throwing the rule book at the chair as he was being egged on by fellow opposition MPs. The BJP has rained fire on the opposition camp, while the chairman of the Rajya Sabha, Venkaiah Naidu, broke down today over what transpired yesterday, and the Lok Sabha Speaker has appealed to all political parties to tell their MPs to behave. Lok Sabha has been adjourned sine die with dismal productivity of 22%, while the Rajya Sabha has seen productivity of just 23%. Even today, opposition MPs rushed to the well of the Rajya Sabha and protested, throwing papers in the air, not learning any lessons over what transpired on Tuesday. But is this the new normal? Has the politics of paralysis from the UPA to the NDA regimes now put parliamentary practices in jeopardy? Before we get our guests, I spoke to Pratap Bajwa. He said he has no regrets. What you did in the House yesterday is a new low in parliamentary practices. Parliament is about discussion and debate. The government says that they are not shying away from the discussion. But sir, I'm just trying to understand one thing, sir. You may be unapologetic, but tell me, Mr. Bajwa, what have you or your party achieved by wasting over 100 crores of public money in disrupting the parliament the way it has? And also, how are your actions helping the farmers' cause?
See, we have tried a level best since the last 20 days from 19th of July, every single morning, religiously. I have been putting up a 267 notice. That's an adjournment notice, which has been very specific that we want a kind of you could say a discussion on these three black laws. But the government never came. See, this is a very well thought out strategy of the BJP. They did not want the house to run. They did not want a discussion on Pegasus. They did not want a discussion on the farm laws. They did not want a discussion on the price rise. They did not want a discussion on the corona situation.
What we are seeing on our television screens right now is your image of standing on the table and throwing the rule book on the chair.
Yeah, I see, Maria, I want to make it clear. The house was not in position. It was an adjoined house. There was the house wasn't running. It was already adjourned. I did stand on the table, and I did throw the rule book there because I felt the deputy chairman or these presiding officers should be prepared. They should read these books before they come into the house because they are not acting as neutral umpires. They are becoming a rubber stamp of the center.
I'm playing those visuals again, and these are visuals which were tweeted by opposition leaders. These were not visuals that were put out in the public domain by anybody else. Mr. Bajwa, when you look at your own visuals, tell us, sir, when you look back at the events of yesterday, is there a sense of regret?
Why should there be a regret? They have left us with no other forum. They did not leave us any other. See, we are also as frustrated as the farmers are. You don't allow any discussion to take place. You are not willing to concede any ground to the opposition. On the contrary, you want just these bills without discussion to be passed. It was an act out of frustration. It was a symbolic gesture that I had to unfortunately go on the table and had to throw the rule book on an empty chair when there was no house in operation. Why are you making it into such a big thing when the parliament is not in operation? It was a joined house.
So now Mr. Pratap Bajwa says that what happened yesterday was unfortunate and that it was a symbolic protest, but certainly what has happened is that it has and was undoubtedly one of the lowest points as far as parliamentary practices are concerned. Joining me on the show, Professor Saugata Roy is a TMC MP. Aparajita Sarangi is a member of parliament of the BJP, will be joined by Congress representative as well. Professor Roy, thank you so much for your time. The conduct of the MPs in the upper house of the parliament, to be specific, Mr. Pratap Bajwa, when he stood on the table, threw the rule book at the chair, it's a new law in parliamentary practices. Professor Roy, would you say that MPs should be mindful of their words and actions?
In general, in principle, I believe that MPs should be mindful of their words and actions. But what happened in the Rajya Sabha. I am a member of the Lok Sabha. So I do not feel entitled to speak on events in the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha has its own rules. They have their own practices and conventions. So I can hardly comment on that.
Okay, but Professor Roy, I'm looking at those visuals, and these visuals show Pratap Bajwa on a table and then he is throwing a rule book. My question is, when protests of this nature happen, how do these really help farmers' cause? Opposition is saying that they are standing with the farmers. How is this helping farmers?
No, the main thing, you see, as Pratap Bajwa himself said on your channel just now, that he did what he did after the parliament after Rajya Sabha was adjourned. The main thing you see, main purpose of parliament is that members can ventilate the grievances of their constituents or of the people in general. Now, the members wanted to ventilate their grievance on the farm laws. There is no scope for any discussion on the farm laws. So ultimately, as he said, out of frustration, he may have done that thing. But I do not know, I have not talked with him what exactly his motivation was, but it must have been born out of frustration for the government's refusal to discuss every issue from Pegasus to fuel price rise to COVID to farm laws. So all this was caused by the obduracy of the government.
Okay.
And an individual member venting his frustration cannot really be blamed.
Yes, but the actions of the members are something that the members will have to explain. It is not something that, it is live television. These events are playing out. Aparajita Sarangi, here are opposition MPs saying clearly, and that is what Mr. Bajwa also told me, that only because they are not allowed to speak, that the government doesn't, in the Business Advisory Committee doesn't allow time is not allocated for discussions of this nature, and that is the reason why these acts of desperations play out.
A very good evening. Unruly but unrepentant. That's how I describe the Congress and all the other opposition parties. Can the snatching away of the paper from the hands of the IT minister and flinging that paper all over in the Lok Sabha, or standing on a chair or a table in the Rajya Sabha yesterday and flinging the rule book be justified? Can the opposition absolve itself of the responsibility towards the masses who have elected them, and with lot of aspirations, lot of hope, they have sent them to the Lok Sabha? I think this is absolutely unimaginable. The conduct is despicable, to say the least. And let me tell you, that as far as the government is concerned, the central government is concerned, the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, we have all been trying to discuss issues with them. Today we have been able to pass 20 bills in the Lok Sabha, only 22% productivity this is.
Yes. So your charge is that you are bulldozing your way through the legislation.
26.5% productivity. But no,
ma'am, were efforts made at the hands of the treasury benches to reach out to the opposition parties to ensure that the House functions? How many times those calls were made, those meetings were held?
Of course. See, I'm a member of the Lok Sabha, and Mr. Swagat Roy, for whom I have a lot of respect, he's also a member of the Lok Sabha. We know what has happened. On 18th of July, the Prime Minister reached out to everybody and in fact called for difficult questions and sharp questions. This is one. Number two, there was a Business Advisory Committee meeting 2 days after, and all the floor leaders had been invited, and 3 issues had been actually listed out for discussion. One was Corona, the second was Kisan, that is farmer, and the third was the price rise as far as the commodities are concerned. And thereafter, let me tell you, if you pick up the list of business for the last 5 days, you will find a mention of Mr. Premchandran, who has been requesting for discussion on Corona under Rule 193. And let me tell you very categorically, very candidly and very emphatically that the government has put this in the list of business for the past 5 days. And today, with a heavy heart, he told me while I was exiting the Lok Sabha that he could not have this for discussion because of the unruly behavior of many members.
Okay,
Gurdeep so how do you justify this kind of behavior? And we have been talking to
the MP in question this time around is a member of Parliament of the Congress.
The Prime Minister has spoken to them a couple of times.
Yes. You know, by wasting over 100 crores of public money, by disrupting the Parliament, and with visuals of this nature, your actions, how do they really help the farmers' cause?
Maria, today we saw the chairman of Rajya Sabha almost breaking down in the House. And having worked with the chairman of Rajya Sabha earlier on, I know the anguish that a chairman goes through. Till here, one can understand. But the other part of the role of chairman is that in last 4 weeks, there has not been a single meeting with the opposition leaders, either of the chairman, which is other than BAC, the routine meeting. Not a single meeting has been there, either by the government's parliamentary affairs minister or by the prime minister or anyone else. There was a request made from the opposition that we want to discuss these issues, starting with Pegasus. Government never came back in any meeting, in any forum, saying that, okay, this is the solution and this is how we go ahead. So what does
Gurdeep, didn't the chairman of the Rajya Sabha appeal to both the treasury benches and also to the opposition? He did have a meeting with the leader of the House, Piyush Goyal. In that meeting, Home Minister Amit Shah, Defence Minister were present. There was a similar meeting that was held by him with the leader of opposition, that is Mallikarjun Kharge. There were efforts to come at some kind of meeting ground. It appears that there is complete breakdown of communication between the treasury benches and opposition then.
There are two things, two factual errors in your statement. A, Mr. Kharge was not in that meeting. It was a meeting of the representatives of the government. B, when chairman said in the House that I urge leader of opposition to sit with the government, with the leader of House and parliamentary affairs minister and decide a time, then that is not as per the rules. The rule says that it is for the chairman to decide the time in consultation with the government. The leader of opposition cannot decide the time. Leader of opposition has been giving our notice, and he said in the House that we are ready to discuss. Abhi karo, aaj karo. Exact words in the House.
Prajita, will you respond to this charge that efforts were not made by the treasury benches? Because let's not forget that because the former finance minister, late Arun Jaitley, who was also the leader of the House, had said invariably when he was the leader of opposition, and he and Sushma Swaraj were, that the onus of running the House is with the government. So what did the government do to run the House?
See, we are aware of our responsibilities, and I think we have performed well as far as the ruling government is concerned. Honorable Prime Minister, you may kindly recall, Maria had invited all the floor leaders for discussion on Corona. That particular point of time, Rahul Gandhi ji absented himself, though the other allies of the UPA were present. Please remember this, number one. Number two, you please don't forget that the Defence Minister, respected Sri Rajnath Singh ji, had reached out to all of them and requested them to discuss. We wanted discussion, they wanted disruption. This was the difference. And then the leader of the party in the Rajya Sabha, Shri Piyush Goyal ji, a couple of times reached out to them. They have all spoken to Mallikarjun Kharge couple of times. And as far as the MOPA is concerned, the Minister of Parliamentary Affairs, I'm a member of the Lok Sabha. I was sitting yesterday and I was aghast with one sight. The Minister of Parliamentary Affairs, with folded hands, I underscore, with folded hands, he requested all of them to calm down and discuss all the issues that are of public importance. And he in fact requested them to settle down. What more do you require from the ruling party?
Okay.
We have all been trying to actually
Professor
reach out to them
Shaukat
and speak
you
to
know,
them.
if the government has made an effort, it's about not as much as politics, but about parliamentary practices. And Parliament is, I'm coming to you, Gurdeep. I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you. And Professor Parliament is about discussion and debate, sir. Shouldn't there be discussion and debate on important issues? There are issues of fuel price hike, inflation. These are issues affecting the common man.
Yes. You're very right. Wasn't it Arun Jaitley who had said that disruptions are a part of parliamentary procedure? When the BJP caused washout of 2 sessions of parliament when they are in opposition. So let us not discuss this. What is the main issue? Why did the opposition not cooperate in running the house? Because the Pegasus issue broke out on the 20th. And since then, the opposition has given in both houses notices every day asking for a discussion on the Pegasus, a structured discussion in the presence of the Home Minister or the Prime Minister. The government did not want a discussion on Pegasus. They were running away from a discussion on the Pegasus. Now, it is very important to discuss the farmers' issue, very important to discuss fuel price rise. It is very important to discuss COVID. I also feel sad that I could not take part in any discussion. But when the opposition has focused on one particular issue and all that it wanted was a 4-hour, 6-hour discussion on Pegasus in the presence of the Home Minister. Why did the government not agree to this? This obduracy, this obstinacy of the government has led to this
Professor Roy,
washout
while we are talking about the TMC and the Congress, there is another political party which is also in the Rajya Sabha, which is the BJD, and we have Dr. Amar Patnaik of the BJD as well. When I last spoke to him, and I'll say, Dr. Patnaik, when we last spoke, you were of the opinion that because of these political parties, issues that concern you, regional players coming from small states, that is not even registering because you have to also reply to your constituents back home. What happened?
Absolutely. In fact, talking about myself, I had very important issues relating to my state, relating to fiscal transfer, relating to my CMs later to the government of India, which would have benefited all states in terms of taking the cess and surcharge as a part of the divisible poll, and also talking about data quality in general. It got listed 8 times in the 0 hour in the last 4 weeks and couldn't be taken up simply because of these disruptions. And let me again very emphatically add that running the house could be the prime responsibility of the government, the ruling party, a ruling government, but I think, it needs the cooperation of everybody, including the opposition. Otherwise, the house can't run.
So are you of the opinion that there has been complete non-cooperation by the opposition this time around, Dr. Patnaik?
Yeah, I very strongly feel that the opposition also have a constituent to answer to, and they're not probably achieving any purpose by getting into this disruptions. In fact, a symbolic disruption would have been a good idea instead of completely washing the session out.
Yes, Gurdeep Sappal, your constituency, which may be demanding answers, particularly about farm laws, if you want to make it an issue, because that clearly looked like, as far as Mr. Bajwa is concerned, they want answers from the government. How are you holding government accountable with these kind of disruptions?
Let me answer to our constituency first on the two blatantly false statements made earlier in this program. One, the Prime Minister never invited anybody for discussion. He invited the leaders of parties for a PowerPoint presentation. And Mr. Kharge spoke to the Home Minister and said that we will come provided you have a discussion in the House and call all the members of Parliament. It was not a boycott. It was a clear-cut stand that Prime Minister cannot replace a PowerPoint presentation with, cannot replace debate with a presentation of PowerPoint. Number two, about Rajnath Singh, it is said that Rajnath Singh reached out to opposition. That's wrong. Mr. Kharge stood up in the Rajya Sabha and said that when he was given this message from the government that Rajnath Singh will speak to him, then Rajnath Singh was going to Dushanbe, Tajikistan. And he was told he will come back and meet. And Kharge told that Thursday he came back, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. He kept on waiting for Rajnath Singh's message. It never came. Then he got up in the parliament and said that we are waiting for the message. It never came. It is on record in parliament.
Okay.
Now what should opposition do? Should it fold its hand and go back home? The government is not willing to discuss anything and we can only pass the bills and we will not discuss and we go back home.
Okay, let me give the final words.
Sit back.
Okay, let me give the final words to...
Sit at home.
Okay, Aparajita.
We are all well aware of one statement. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. You will see what you want to see. In fact, please don't question the policy and the intention of the ruling party. We have tried to reach out to everybody, and that is why there was Rule 193 listed for the past 5 days, and this was on Corona, my dear friend from the Congress. But you never allowed discussion on Corona, though it was listed, though it was part of the list of business. So I think there should be some dignity in protest too, in opposition too. There has to be some kind of order in chaos too. Who is saying not to contest? Who is saying not to oppose? Who is saying not to raise your voice? But then I think there has to be some kind of discipline and some dignity also while protesting. I think they are not repentant, and that is the whole tragedy.
Okay, 10 seconds.
In fact, the entire Congress party, Mr. Bajwa and the rest should be apologetic of their behavior and actually seek apology from the nation, from 138 crore Indians today.
Well, Mr. Bajwa certainly is unapologetic. That's what he said in my interview. Yes, Sapal.
Government said it offered debate on COVID in Rajya Sabha and said we will take Pegasus. Opposition agreed and had a debate on COVID in Rajya Sabha. After that, Pegasus was never taken up. Opposition said that we have already had a debate on COVID in Rajya Sabha. Now discuss Pegasus, and government continuously avoided it.
All right.
And now they are saying that they offered debate.
Mr. Sapal, thank you so much. Aparajita Sarangi, Professor Shaukat Roy and Dr. Amar Patnaik. Monsoon session of Parliament seeing least productivity that we have seen in the recent sessions. All eyes will now be on the winter session of Parliament that will be coming closer to the upcoming polls in UP, Punjab and other states. That's all from me. Thanks so much for watching.